Hello students, welcome to the Pole Science of Class 11 Arts, and today we'll proceed discussing about the second part of the chapter Legislature. Previously we discussed about the parliamentary form of government which follows bicameral legislature. Then we discussed about the number of members in the Lok Sabha, that is 543, and we also discussed about the Rajya Sabha having 250 members overall. So we would proceed discussing today from point number 9. So let us proceed then. So the Vice President of India is the ex officio chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. And regarding this point, we discussed this in the previous chapters of executive also, regarding the ex officio chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. Who is that? The Vice President of India himself is the ex officio chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. Now regarding the powers, the Lok Sabha enjoys powers of making laws. Number 1, to enact money or non-money bills, approves taxation, then budgets and annual financial statement. This budget and annual financial statement will be categorized into a single point, then amending constitution, etc. So regarding the powers of making laws, the Lok Sabha has the power of making laws related to 6 points, and more points are there, but overall 6 important points are given on which the Lok Sabha enjoys the power of making laws. What are these? Number 1 is to enact money or non-money bills. Clear? Then number 2 is approves taxation. Number 3 is budget and annual financial statement. This will be counted as a single point, that means looking after the budget and the annual financial statement. And next point is amending constitution, etc. So these are some of the powers related to the making of laws. Number 1 is money or non-money bills, the enactment, then approval of taxation, then looking into budgets and annual financial statements, and amending the constitution. The next point, the Rajya Sabha enjoys the powers to suggest amendments to money bills, exercise control over executives, and can give power to make laws on matters included in the state list. That means if we talk about the Rajya Sabha enjoying the power, it enjoys the power to suggest amendments to money bills. That means it can make or it can give suggestions to the amendments related to the money bills. That means changes can be done to the money bills. Some suggestions to the related to the changes to the money bills can be suggested. Number 2 is to exercise control over executives. Clear? That means it can also exercise control over the executives. And number 3 is it can give power to make laws on matters included in the state list. So if you remember, in class 9 there was state list, union list and concurrent list. So under state list comes the importance related to the state list. Examples are like police, the Department of Police comes under state list. So whatever there is in the state list, the Rajya Sabha has the power to make laws included in the state list. Clear? Now moving on to the next point, the parliament uses the various devices to have parliamentary control over its executives, such as financial control, deliberation and discussion, approval or refusal of laws, and no confidence motion, etc. Now after discussing about the powers that the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha enjoys, the number 3rd point is the parliament also uses various devices to have a parliamentary control over its executive. So if executives are to be controlled, these executives are controlled actually by the various devices of the parliament. And these various devices to control executive are such as, what are the various stages over which executives can be controlled. Number one is regarding the financial control of the executives. Then deliberation and discussion factor is also there regarding the control of executive. Then approval or refusal of laws, that means any laws that is being brought to both the houses of the parliaments can be approved also, can be refused also. And no confidence motion can also be there. No confidence motion can be related to the falling of the government. Suppose a government is running quite good with a majority of 272 seats. Suppose that 272 seats are from various coalition parties under one roof. If any of the coalition parties are to back themselves or are to make themselves unavailable with their, suppose 12 seats are with a particular party and that party does not want to be the part of the present government, then at that time no confidence motion can be passed. So the parliament uses all these devices to control executive, such as financial control, deliberation and discussion, approval or refusal of laws, and no confidence motion. Clear? So these are all the important points related to the topic of legislature, where we discussed about the parliamentary, India follows parliamentary form of government by adopting bicameral legislature. Then if we talk about bicameral legislature, there are two houses of the parliament, Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. And if we talk about the Lok Sabha, it is the house of people and also known as the lower house of the parliament, where there are 545 members, but in actual there are 543 members, and another two members can be elected by the president, and these two persons can be from the Anglo-Indian community. And when this Anglo-Indian community will be appointed by the president, in case if the president feels that the 543 members out of 543 members or the 543 members are not representing the Anglo-Indian community suitably in the parliament, and the head of the Lok Sabha is the speaker who presides over its session. And talking about the upper house of the parliament, which is known as the Rajya Sabha, which is the permanent house, and it has 250 members, out of which 238 members are elected by the state assemblies, and 12 members are nominated by the president from various fields. Now talking about the ex officio chairperson of the Rajya Sabha, the vice president is the ex officio. Regarding the powers, what are the powers that the Lok Sabha enjoys? The Lok Sabha enjoys the powers of making laws, number one, to enact money or non-money bills, then approves taxation, then budgets, related to budgets and annual financial statements also they have the power, and to amend the constitution also. These are some of the powers that the Lok Sabha enjoys. And regarding the powers of the Rajya Sabha, these are money bills, that means they can suggest changes or amendments related to money bills. The Rajya Sabha can also exercise control over the executives, and related to control over executive, they can give power to make laws on matters included in the state list. Whatever the various things have been included in the state list, that can be based on that state list, the Rajya Sabha have the power to make laws on that particular things that are included in the state list. And lastly, the parliament uses the various devices to parliamentary control over its executive. And regarding the control of the executive, what are the various devices that the parliament use over the control of executive? These are, number one, financial control, number two, deliberation and discussion, number three, approval or refusal of laws, and no confidence motion. Clear? So these are all the devices that the parliamentary wants to have control over its executives on the various factors such as financial control, deliberation and discussion, then to approve or refuse laws, and related to no confidence motion also. So with this we have come to the end of discussion based on the topic legislature. Please make a note down of all these important points in your copy. So I am winding up here only. Thank you.